Hi, today I wanted to talk to you about my journey with breast augmentation. It's something that I thought about for about a year before actually going and doing. I did my research. I actually looked into 3 or 4 different places that did it. They were all about the same price in Denver. I also confronted a few of my friends, family members, just to find out their experience with it. Did they like it? How much did they pay? How long was their recovery? What were the restrictions? I went through the whole shebang with them because I wanted to make sure that this was something that I was sure and I wanted to do. So when I finally decided, I went and got it done March of 2019, this year. Um, it was pretty easy. I went in, I talked to the doctor. They made it as comfortable as possible for me, told me everything. The one thing I had the hardest time with was when he mentioned it was going to be 6 weeks of recovery, 6 weeks without being in the gym. Yeah, I gave him the look of like death, and he laughed. He said, "Everybody I tell that to, that's pretty much their same response." Well, I am very active. I love being in the gym, so 6 weeks was really hard for me. I didn't let that deter my decision. I decided to go for it. So after that, we booked it not long after. So March 8th, I actually went and had the procedure done. My pre-op appointment was super easy. They measured me for a post-op bra afterwards, gave me my protein shake, which they said was going to taste really bad, but I mixed it with fruit, almond milk, peanut butter, like everything, and I had to start taking it 1 week prior to surgery. It really wasn't that bad, so I don't know what people are talking about. I think it's the people that don't typically have protein shakes, so I'm already used to the taste. This one was a little bit chalky, so not like my firstborn protein shake I take all the time, but that's why I added in all the extra stuff. Tasted fine afterwards. And I will tell you, that helped with recovery a lot. I took it every single day after my surgery. Healed up like a champ. When I went in for my surgery, they do the whole check your measurements. You have to pee in a cup, make sure you're not pregnant. I did have a dream prior to surgery that I was walking into surgery and found out I was pregnant, and I was telling the doctor, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just go on with the surgery. Let's get this thing done and it's fine. I'll be fine. In reality, you really can't do that. You can't have surgery if you're pregnant. You have to just wait. So that would have been a big bummer if I had to wait. Well, they measured me. I got into a gown, which was totally sexy, blue gown, every type of gown that they make you wear at a hospital. They checked my blood pressure, which came out really low to start off with, but I also was fasting and I hadn't had anything to drink before. I already have low blood pressure, so I just told the nurse that this is normal, don't freak out, like my blood pressure is always low. I have like the blood pressure of a 5-year-old, but I'm healthy, I'm not gonna faint. I was talking to her like I am now, just normal. So she said, okay, we'll just give you a little extra fluids during your operation. You'll be good to go. I said, okay. Next, I laughed because in the room, they had this like measuring thing, a level. They had a level in there, as well as like some Sharpies. And I don't know. It just looked really weird. So we were joking, saying that that's how the doctor checks to make sure the boobs are leveled afterwards. Well, when he came in to first measure me off and level me out and draw, like, he drew, like, lines all across and, like, down and everything. Like, I had Sharpie all over me. But it was kind of funny. Like, that's really what they use. Like, they measure you that way and make sure you're level. So after that, I remember they took me to the OR. I said goodbye to my fiance. Love you. I'll see you soon. Wheeled me off to the OR. And I was in this, like, thing that, like, my feet were in, so it would squeeze my feet every once in a while, and I had a warm blanket on me. It was awesome. So they transferred me to the next bed, and the anesthesiologist told me, okay, You might feel weird in a few seconds. And I just remember laying there looking outside and looking at like the sun. Everything was beautiful. I looked at the clock and I remember going, oh yeah, that clock looks really weird now. Next thing I knew, I was out of it. When I woke up, I was sitting in the recovery room, shaking naked, but I was shaking and I was freaking out. I was more cold. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm freezing right now. I'm sorry. But it's interesting. Like your body goes through all these different emotions and feeling like everything. Like you are not in control of it. So they just put my clothes on, tried to warm me up, help me out. And then I was on so many drugs after that they're like, okay, we'll see you later. My fiance went and got my Jeep, put my Jeep in front, and they wheeled me out. The absolute worst idea ever was to take my lifted Jeep to the OR after surgery for me to get in there. Like, I have no idea what we were thinking. Didn't even think about it. Just took the Jeep. But for some reason, like, all those drugs, and he helped me. He like pushed my butt up and like threw me in the Jeep, and I grabbed on. Like, it worked. I somehow got in, went home, and that first day being at home, like they said, if you do not pee by the end of the day, you need to go to the doc. You need to go to urgent care because they're gonna have to pump you with fluids. Like, you need to drink, you need to pee. They didn't really care so much if I was eating, but they wanted to make sure I was hydrated. So I had to lay on my couch. Like, as soon as I came in my house, I went straight to my couch because that's like the least amount of stairs to get to my couch, and had to lay like this. So head up, laying down, which is the hardest thing to do. Your body wants to lay down, and my chest hurt. Like, it felt heavy, like somebody had sat on it. So breathing was a little hard. I didn't really want to drink. I didn't want to get up to have to pee. Made myself pee, obviously, later on. But then when I went to the bathroom, I couldn't get my pants off. So hard. Like, that was emotional for me. I wanted to, like, cry. I couldn't get my pants down. So I had to call for somebody to help me. Then I couldn't pull my pants back up. Like, little things you would think of, ridiculous. Like, I couldn't do those things. But my fiance was great. Like, he gave me my medicine every so many hours. Like, he was my pharmacist. He just kept shoving drugs down me, but it helped. I didn't feel any pain. I was totally swollen and my boobs were like way up here. It was funny. Other than that, like, that part of recovery sucked. Just not being able to lay in my bed comfortably. I did have to stay upright for weeks before I felt comfortable enough to, like, and every time I felt a little better, I was on those drugs for 2 weeks. And the doctor had said, just be on it until you're done feeling pain. Well, after the, like, initial pain went away, I started getting, like, throbbing pain in my boobs. And then I would get pain in my back from not being active. So the second week, I actually started walking outside. I'd walk just to my driveway, which was enough, and it winded me. I'd come right back inside. Then every day, I would just try to inch a little bit further. I even had on the kids' board, I have a chores board for the kids, walk mom. Walk mom. I needed help in case I fell. I needed them to be right there to be like, all right, I'll go get dad, whatever, like, help me up. So that was helpful. I was able to move a little more. I started to walk on my treadmill a little bit when days were bad, just to make me feel better and my butt not to hurt from all that pain, because sitting upright, like, it puts a lot of strain on your butt and your back. 2 weeks after, I was good. Like, I was walking, I was not really doing a lot around the house, but I did watch a couple shows. I finished an entire season of New Girl on Netflix. Check it out. It's a nice show. I finished the entire season the first week of my recovery. After that, like, I read, I was back to homework, I finished my degree during it. There was a lot of things that I got done by just being home with my recovery, but I would say if I had to go back and do it again, I would do it again. It's not, the surgery itself didn't suck, and then the incisions are awesome. Like, you don't you don't really see them unless you're like holding your boobs up or walking around like all retarded, but you're not going to see them. I never see them in my bikini. It looks normal. And the best thing is I got a size that's perfect for me and it fills my shape. So the doctor helped out with that a lot. Like, I didn't want to look like Dolly Parton. Love Dolly Parton, but I didn't want anything big. I just wanted enough to feel comfortable, to feel more like a woman, to fill out my dresses when I actually wore a dress, like to look pretty, I guess. I did it for me. That's the biggest thing. If you want to go and get a boob job, any kind of surgery really, breast augmentation is great, but you have to do it for you. You can't do it for somebody else because your husband wants it. You can't. It has to be something you want to do. Otherwise, you're going to hate yourself. You're not going to like the results. And afterwards, I mean, I am months after my surgery, and I'm now able to do like jumping jacks. I can do planks. Still bending down, touching my toes is a hard one. I can feel like them move a little bit, so it's weird. I've done yoga. I've ran, like done my HIIT exercises. I'm active. I'm very active, so it doesn't stop me from doing anything. I would say it was the perfect choice for me, and if that's something you want to do, look at multiple doctors. Like, go and check everybody out, call people around. Some people only do phone consultations. Try them on. Like, they'll have these special bras that you can just fill them up and then just kind of like look at them and see what you think. But remember, they're gonna be swollen at first. Like, I at first thought I got the wrong size, and I was so swollen that eventually when it went down, I was like, oh, okay, we're good. I didn't look ridiculous. But other than that, like, it has to be your choice. If you have any questions or want to know more about my journey with it, feel free to shoot me an email. You can leave a message in the comments. However you want to go about it, I am always open to talk. All right, have a great day. Thank you.